I 28 male still can't believe my own parents dragged me to court over my house. Freaking wild. Quick backstory. Grandpa left me his modest house, $280K-ish, when he died 3 years ago. His was crystal clear. My sis, 32F, has always been the golden child with her husband and 2 kids, while I'm the perpetual disappointment according to my parents, despite having a stable IT job and my shit together. When Sis's husband lost his job last month, my parents demanded I give them my house because family helps family and she needs it more. I offered them the spare room until they got back on their feet, but nope, they wanted the whole house. Next thing I know, I'm served papers. Parents claiming Grandpa wasn't of sound mind when he made the will. Couldn't afford a lawyer, spent savings on renovations, so I represented myself. Gathered all Grandpa's medical records proving he was sharp till the end, statements from his friends, and the notarized will. Court day arrives. Parents show up with this smug attorney who kept eyeing me like I was a joke. They spewed BS about how Grandpa always meant for the house to go to the first grandchild with kids, never said this, and how I manipulated him. Also BS. I just visited regularly and helped out. I simply presented my evidence and mentioned I had texts from my parents from 2 years ago acknowledging the will was valid. They were pissed, but admitted it was legit. The judge saw right through their crap, called their case utterly frivolous, and ordered them to pay all court costs, $2,100, for wasting everyone's time. Their faces? Priceless. Mom hissed that I was dead to them as we left. Honestly? Good riddance. Edit. Sis was there looking all teary-eyed with her kids, but didn't testify. No idea if this was her idea or my parents', but she went along with it. T checks for all the advice. Changed my locks and installed security cameras the day after court. Best $249 I ever spent. Called Grandpa's attorney, who offered free help if they tried anything else. Parents never paid the court costs. Instead, they launched a smear campaign telling everyone I manipulated my sick grandfather. They even made a GoFundMe with pics of Sis's kids. I sent the judge's ruling to anyone who messaged me. Most people backed off and apologized. Then it happened. My cameras caught my sister, her husband, and my parents showing up at 7:30 a.m. Saturday with a freaking moving truck. I was at a friend's place. They tried using an old key, didn't work LOL, and then tried forcing the back door. Called the cops immediately. When I got home, they were still arguing in the driveway. Police made them leave, but didn't arrest anyone. I filed for a restraining order Monday morning. Oh, and their GoFundMe raised $4,300 before I reported it with proof of the court ruling. Got taken down within 24 hours. Got a temporary restraining order yesterday. They can't come within 100 feet of me or my property. Permanent order hearing next month. Uncle, Dad's bro, and his wife have been amazing through all this. Uncle even apologized for my dad's behavior and said, "Your grandfather would be proud of how you're handling this." In GL, I cried. The restraining order is official for 1 year. They showed up with a new lawyer claiming they were just checking on the property and concerned about my mental health. The judge wasn't buying it after seeing my security footage. 2 weeks later, got a certified letter with the court-ordered $2,100 plus a $5,000 check for compensation and a note hoping we could put this behind us. No actual apology. I cashed it but didn't respond. Here's the tea. Uncle revealed my parents had been drowning in debt for years. Dad had a gambling problem, and they were counting on inheriting Grandpa's house themselves. The sister deserves it thing was just a cover. They planned to have Sis sell it and give them most of the cash. The cherry on top? Dad's employer, he works in financial services, found out about the lawsuit and restraining order. He got fired after 30 years with the company. Karma's a bitch. Sis's husband found a new job, so they're okay now. Apparently Sis is telling people she was pressured by our parents. Whatever. I'm doing better than expected. Seeing a therapist, finish the renovations Grandpa always talked about. Sunday dinners with Uncle and his wife are now tradition. My parents want to talk things out, according to Uncle. Not ready for that. Maybe someday, but RN I'm good. So it's been almost a year since this shit show started, and things have finally settled. The bombshell. Sis emailed me a couple months ago taking full responsibility. We met at a cafe downtown for what turned into a 4-hour convo. She brought a folder with printouts of the fake GoFundMe, screenshots of our parents' texts plotting a lawsuit, and other receipts I should have. The real kicker? Mom and Dad had been planning this for years. They told Sis, since we were teenagers, that she'd eventually get Grandpa's house. When he left it to me, they convinced her I'd manipulated him, and that suing was just correcting a mistake. My parents had to sell their house after Dad lost his job. They moved to a smaller town an hour away. We finally met, with Uncle as buffer, last month. Dad looked like he'd aged 10 years. Mom cried a lot. Their apologies seemed more about the consequences they faced than actual remorse. I laid out my boundaries. No surprise visits ever, no expecting financial help, no comments about my life choices. They agreed to everything. We're taking baby steps now, occasional texts, and a brief video call on Mom's birthday. We'll never be close again, but at least I'm not constantly angry anymore. The house is fully renovated now. New kitchen, and the backyard workshop Grandpa always wanted to build. Every improvement feels like I'm honoring his memory. Uncle and his wife are still awesome. I'm even dating someone Uncle introduced me to who's completely supportive after hearing this wild family drama. Sis and I grab coffee every few weeks. Her kids visit sometimes, and I'm teaching the older one how to use Grandpa's old woodworking tools. As Grandpa used to say, sometimes you gotta weather a storm to find out how sturdy your foundation is. Mine's solid AF now. T-check for having my back, Reddit. Couldn't have done it without you all.